Welcome back to this Pokemon Platinum walkthrough. In the last part we defeated Team Galactic in the Valley Windworks, and in this part we will go through the Eterna Forest before we arrive in Eterna City. Before we get to the Eterna Forest we have to go through the rest of Route 205. Remember that you can only access this part of the route when you have defeated Team Galactic in the Valley Windworks. Inside this house you can heal your Pokémon, so that you don't have to go all the way back to Floroma Town to do it. This is the Eterna Forest. When you enter the forest for the first time, a girl named Cheryl will introduce herself and ask if she can follow you through the forest. All trainer battles in the forest can be fought as double battles, and Cheryl will join you as a tag partner in those battles. She will heal your Pokémon after every battle, regardless if she participated in them or not. Cheryl will have a Chansey at level 20 on her team. The Eterna Forest is full of new Pokémon to catch. Gastly is a dual ghost poison type. It's an excellent special attacker with a nice array of special attacks in its move pool. Gastly's ability Levitate makes it immune to ground type moves. It evolves into Haunter at level 25 and finally into Gengar through trading. Buneary is a normal type Pokémon which evolves into Lopunny with high friendship. It might look like just a cute and fluffy Pokémon that can't do much, but behind that facade are some decent defensive stats. Buneary can be taught a huge variety of moves in addition to its normal type moves like Jump Kick, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt and Shadow Ball. Not a bad normal type Pokémon when it comes down to it. Silcoon is the first of two evolved forms of Whirlpool. It will evolve into Beautifly at level 10. Beautifly is a dual bug flying type. In addition to a few bug and flying type moves, Beautifly can also learn some grass type moves. That increases its usefulness since it takes a while for it to learn a good bug type move. Its move pool does contain some physical attacks, but it would be the best to stick to special attacks since that is Beautifly's best defensive stat. Cascoon is the second evolved form of Whirlpool. It will evolve into Dustox at level 10. Dustox is a dual bug poison type. Unlike Beautifly, Dustox's stats are more focused on defense rather than offense. Dustox would therefore work best when used as a support for the rest of your team. You should pick Beautifly if you prefer more power. Hoot Hoot is a dual normal flying type. It might not look like much right now, but it gets better once it evolves into Noctowl at level 20. Despite Hoot Hoot not being a psychic type, it does have plenty of psychic type moves in its move pool. If you like this Pokémon and are in need of a psychic type, you can kill two birds with one stone, no pun intended, by catching a Hoot Hoot. This is the Moss Rock. If you have an EV with you and level it up near this rock, it will evolve into the grass type Leafeon, which is a new evolution for EV in Generation 4. My Turtwig has reached level 18 and it will now evolve into Growth. When you get to the end of the Eterna Forest, Cheryl will give you a Soothe Bell as a reward for helping her. Route 205 continues on the other side of the Eterna Forest, and there are just a few trainers left to defeat before we arrive in Eterna City. Inside the Pokémon Center you can obtain a new app for your Pokétch, the Friendship Checker. When you open this app, you will see the Pokémon in your party. By touching and holding their sprites, you can get an indication of how high their friendship is. This is the Underground Man. He will give you the Explorer Kit. With this you can explore a vast underground network of tunnels which covers the entire Sinnoh region. When you are underground you can dig up useful items like heart scales, shards, evolutionary stones and elemental plates. I will show you what the underground looks like later on. Inside the Eterna condominiums you will find a Name Raider. You can change the nickname for your Pokémon. Next to the Name Raider is a boy who will offer to trade you a Chatot in exchange for a Buizel. Chatot is a dual normal flying type. Its offensive stats are decent, but its defensive stats make it a very frail Pokémon. It is possible to make use of Chatot as a flying type on your team, but it is outclassed by several other flying types in Sinnoh. On the second floor of the building you can obtain TM67 Recycle from an old lady. Recycle is a move which lets your Pokémon regain a consumed held item. As you can see, Team Galactic is present in Eterna City as their base of operations is in the building above the Pokémon Center. When you walk past the Galactic Eterna building, Barry will bump into you and take you to a Pokémon statue. The statue is a combination of two of Sinnoh's legendary Pokémon. Next to the statue is Cyrus, who will leave after a short monologue. Behind the statue you can pick up a Draco plate. This is one of the elemental plates, which increase the power of moves with the same type as the plate by 20%. This is Cynthia, a Pokémon trainer investigating the myths and legends in the Sinnoh region. She will give you HM01 cut, but you need to defeat the gym leader in the Eterna gym to be able to use the move outside of battle. And in the next part we will do just that, challenge and defeat Gym Leader Gardenia.